Hello, welcome back. You've caught me just having a think. And I'm having a think because I'm thinking about buying myself a television. Not for the purposes of watching television, but for the purposes of watching YouTube. Because sometimes having a phone can be a bit of a pain if you're trying to watch. I was just trying to watch Brief Encounter. I'm trying to hold it up. And the only other choice is to go upstairs and watch the TV, the computer. So it gets a bit of a bind after a while. So that is why I'm thinking, let me just put these here. I just had a parcel. That's where I left you on the last video. And I didn't realize there were so many nuts and bolts that came with it. So I'll put it there. And I'll show you that parcel in time. But I'm thinking about moving the sofa and putting it over here, because this room is very cold. Now that could be because the curtains that I have are very thin. But I just think, where is the TV going to go? Will it go here? And then is it safe to put up a TV against the radiators? So I've looked online and I've taken some advice, and apparently as long as you leave 12 inches against the radiator and the sofa, then it should be okay. So I've got a bit of energy in my bones, so I thought I would give it a go. The cats will hate this. They hate stuff being moved. Maybe I'll just leave it there. So this is where I originally intended to have it. And then the TV can go in that corner with pictures. So I've got a measuring tape. So it says 12 inches from the heat. So that is, see, it may look a bit weird. Also, I found in life I tend to do this in springtime. I like a bit of a spring clean. There you go. Oops. 12 inches. That's more or less. But the only problem is then, this thing for the cats, which they do love, will have to be taken. Or does it fit? It might be able to just squeeze in behind it. Right, okay. Well, that's quite good. That can go there. And the sofa can still, in fact they'll enjoy that because they'll be able to hide behind the sofa then. There you go. Right, now, see, that does look a bit weird, doesn't it? The other thing I'm going to do is, because I can't close the doors, well I can, but the problem is the cats need to go in and out for the toilet and things. I'm thinking about getting some curtains, some heavy duty curtains or something that I can put up there and just have them above the ground so the cats can still go in and out of the rooms, but then it keeps the heat in. Although it hasn't escaped my brain to think I'm doing all this now when in about a month's time I'll be complaining it's too hot, because we'll be right in the middle of spring. How long did it take you to get your house in the way that you wanted it? Although I think a bit of a spring clean every few months is quite good. So this hasn't been moved since I moved in. brought this table down. This was a gift from London 10. Right, where's the... There it is, I think. And then the chair can be in the alcove a bit, which is fine by me, because I quite like this table here. That sofa does look a bit strange being out so far. Right, that feels comfortable. And then there's enough space then to go to the kitchen, to get the tea and do what in fact, I think I will put the kettle on. You should always make time for a cup of tea. Right, what do you think? And then over on this side I can get, see, I can be laying down. Hold on, let's do an in-action shot. There you go, watching the old TV on a, oh, I'll have to buy a, what do you call it, a TV stand. Although it could go in the corner there. I've got 3 pictures to go on the wall. I just need to get the frames. But what I could do is, rather than buying another piece of furniture, I could just put the TV on the shelf that's already there. And then we have this table, which is quite handy for putting it down your cup of tea and things. There you go. And maybe a stand lamp, something can go behind here, so I could sit and read a book. Decisions. It certainly makes the room feel smaller. Now, obviously, if this was up against the radiator, it might feel the same. Because 12 inches, that's quite a big bit of space there that I'm not losing, because like I said, the cats can still sleep there, so that's fine. So yes. And then if I'm here, the heat from the radiator should warm me up a lot quicker than being on the other side of the room. Coal fire there would really set the room off, wouldn't it? Because the TV, I think, is coming tomorrow. It's taken me ages to find this TV, because they all seem to be about 38 or 42 inches. Well, I don't want anything that big. I wanted about that big. Just something for YouTube videos. So it's taken a while to find one. And one that has the facility for YouTube. I'm not interested in 4K, because the average video, I do 4K for these videos, and I know John Rogers does 4K for his, but there's a lot of people that don't. Should something go there? That's the question. What do you think? Something against that wall there? Anyway, let's have a cup of tea and have a think about it. You will have to excuse the dishes. I've been asleep. I do feel that the kitchen is finished. The layout in the kitchen is just perfect. Love this little scenario there. And love my little setup for my seedlings. Nothing has appeared yet. So we'll put some tea leaves on the top strainer there. I need to go and buy some more tea. Let's put that on the list of when I go out next week. Question in here though, again, for this thing about reducing the bills, I feel like there should be a set of curtains up on the window. I just felt a draft then, just making sure this window's closed. Maybe it's that is creating the drafts. I could get one of those blind things, but I think curtains look a bit more cozier. So I've got a pole. I bought one of these poles that you expand and you twist, so then you can put your curtains on. Now, unfortunately, I tried it upstairs and it didn't work because the walls in Wales are a bit like on the edge, whereas down here it's a clear square, so I can put them up there. So what do you think? Some curtains here, and would you put them all the way up to the window, or would you put them sort of here so that they're on this side of the propagators? See, it's all these questions they don't teach you in school. Right. Nothing like a nice cup of tea using tea leaves. And then where do we put the tea leaves? Pop them in the old compost bin. This is a great bin, and I'm glad that I've got it. It could just do with being a tiny bit bigger. So what I've done is I've ordered from the council. Apparently they give out free bins. So I've ordered a food recycling. So at least I can fill up that, then take it outside and tip it into a bigger bin. And then when Monday comes along, put that out rather than putting it out small little green bags. Right, let's go back and then have a think. Oh, there's a nice bit of evening sunlight on the chair. This just feels a natural place to have the table. And I know people have suggested I put a mirror on the wall, but I quite like it the way that it is. And I like to use these odd spaces, these little alcoves. Now, usually people would just put books here, but I've already got a bookcase for my books, so that's why I'm thinking about moving all these ones from the corner. Oh, you can't beat a tea-leafed tea. Right, let's have a look at what's occurring over here. Right, these are the Waitrose magazines that came with my shopping. This is my harness that goes on the chest for when I go out filming. So that can go over there. That's my crystal ball. Mustn't drop that. And the reason why I've put it there is because I don't want to put it anywhere near the window, just in case the sun comes in and reflects off and starts a fire. So I'm deliberately putting it into the corner here. Now this, I could move this. It's a little device for little drawers. So that could go in one of the other rooms. I'm trying to find a writing desk, a bit like John by Walton, and that would be perfect to go on to the writing desk. And then all the books can just go onto the bookcase. And then because the internet's here, that is close enough then to fit up this TV with YouTube. So we could go there. And maybe I could just about put it on the slant a bit. That is a thought. Ah, here are my glasses. Found them at last, because I need to start wearing my, so these are my prescription ones, because I need them for when I read books, just, you know, to see the words a bit better. And then these ones are for using on the computer, because they remove the blue tint. So I need to start wearing these a lot more. In fact, I couldn't remember where I put them. And there they were, in front of my eyes all the time. And then I could buy a little DVD player, because I had this for my birthday 10 years ago, and I've never played it because I've never had a DVD player. What other DVDs do we have here? Oh, good old Joe. Do you remember Joe Maiden? He used to appear in the videos every September when I went up to Harrogate. It's a shame. He told me that he did this. He was asked to do a series for DVD. So he did this one. He did another one for, what do you call it? The kitchen garden, how to grow your own food. And he didn't make no money from it at all. He got screwed over a bit by them. A bit like Harry Dodson. I was doing some research many years ago, and Harry Dodson from the Victorian kitchen garden, when they brought out the DVDs back in the 90s, all he had was a flat £250. That's all. And the DVD probably went on to make hundreds of thousands. Ah, food facts. Food facts for the kitchen front. We need to start making food again. Beef in casserole. And what else do we have? Let's have a look what desserts they had in them days. Cabbage and celery soup. And rhubarb bread pudding. Ooh, that sounds great. The rhubarb will be coming into harvest now. If only I had some. Although I could go down, there is an allotment shop around here that sells produce. So I'll have to go and have a look on the internet and see if they've got any rhubarb in stock. So yes, the books could move and the TV could go there. Now this may not work, but it's worth a go. That skirting could do with a bit of a clean already. I could put that here as a sort of hearth. Look at the dust on that. Surprising, isn't it? 2 months. Shocking. That's the cats, I know. Have to give them a brush. Right, anyway, so we'll put the carpet there. This carpet reminds me of the type of carpets we used to have in chapel. And then my idea is, hold on, let me go upstairs. And then how about I put the fire there. And then, just for the time being, because I've got an extension lead, let me just use this just to see the effect, because it might not work. There we go. Right, let me just put the actual heat off. And then the fire could go there. What do you think? Or does it just look a bit too cluttered then? So this is the view then of the room from the door. What do you think to that? And then obviously the TV in the corner there. I think I could live with this for a few days and see how it feels. Well, it's certainly getting cold. The fire's on. I'll be warming up my hands in a moment. Now, about a week or two ago, I happened to mention to one of the shops that I was after a table, a sort of writing table. And they showed me one and I didn't like it. And they said they found one perfect. So I said, okay. Then I was ill. And I've just gone down there now. And this is it. It's one of these ones. Can you just about see it? And I must say, it is not the most attractive looking thing, I must say. But I thought for the time being, it'll do the task. So I'm just putting it there for the time being because I haven't decided where it's going. But I've just had some deliveries. This is my TV, nothing big, just about the right size. I've also treated myself to a smartwatch, but it's one of these ones that counts your steps. All part of healthy eating and all that. Healthy eating, healthy body, healthy lifestyle. For at least a week anyway. And then I bought some curtains. Now, not the most interesting looking colour. I don't mind the colour though. But the reason why I went for that colour, it was because I didn't want them to drape all the way to the bottom, to the floor. I wanted them just to hover above the floor, because these are actually going where the doors are. And I bought one of these extendable rods. So that's what I'm going to fit. Thing is, I should get 3, 4 of them. But I've just got one just to see if it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, then I've wasted £20 as opposed to 60. So I think I may got to try and work out which is the draftiest. Is it the door going out to the street, or is it the door to the kitchen? I think they're as bad as each other, but let's try the one by the kitchen. Now this may work and it may not. So obviously now this pole is too big. I don't know if this pole is going to work. I had one for upstairs and it didn't do that good because the walls aren't straight upstairs. I got a feeling it'll be something that'll fall down of its own accord in time. Right, but let's have a go anyway. Well, they're certainly bright. I give them that, so they'll certainly put a smile on the face when you wake up on a gloomy morning. Now these are apparently thermal curtains, and they're also blackout curtains, which I wasn't too fussed about that, but it seemed to be that they were one of the same thing. So apparently you put the post up and then you just twist it. Let's twist again like we did last summer. Oh yes, twist again like we did last year. Right, what do you think? There you go. That's entertainment. I think we could have a bit of fun with these, don't you? Well, they are certainly a blackout. Look at that. You can't even see the fact that the light is on. And then at the bottom, there is a bit of a gap for the cats to walk through. Right, I think it's time for a cup of tea. The doctor will see you now. Do you have anything like a smartwatch? I haven't had a watch on my wrist for years, so I think it might all feel a bit odd. Now, just for watching YouTube, you do not need a TV license. You only need a TV license if you are watching a BBC live shows on YouTube. This hasn't got a DVD. I was going to go for the DVD player, but this was actually like £100. And to have a DVD player was like 160. And I thought, well, for £20, you can buy your own DVD player. I like that size. I like that size a lot. Now this table that I've had, that's going possibly upstairs. I don't know yet, but this is going in the corner. And I'm hoping the legs are in here. Well, look at these. There's more strength in my own legs than these. Look at them, tiny. But you know, it's only £100. I'm absolutely amazed by the cost of televisions these days. You were just looking at an average one was around about £400. I did even contemplate trying to get hold of a black and white TV. Did you know you can still get a black and white TV license, but you can't buy a black and white TV? So for those outside of the United Kingdom, if you want to watch BBC TV, you have to buy a TV license. You don't need it for ITV if you want to watch that channel, or if you want to watch Channel 5, Channel 4, or in Wales it is called S4C. So we do get Channel 4 programmes here, but we get our own homegrown ones first, like Pobl y Cwm and things, which is a soap opera which I worked on many a year ago. Now, did they send me a screwdriver? Because I don't think I have one. I have a lot of Allen keys. I don't have a screwdriver. So this will be a game of... This will be a fun game. Right, I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to put it in the corner and see what it looks like. Ah, that's good. I was getting a bit worried that I couldn't have put it on the turn. Because when you're sat on the sofa, it's nice to have your TV on a bit of the turn, isn't it? Like that. Anyway, for the time being, I'll just put it against this pipe. I don't think that's anything important. It's just gas. Right. Well, we've had a fun-packed day today. And I'm going to bid you farewell now because I'm quite exhausted. Oh, this is the first fun-packed day, first fun-packed Sunday since I've been here. The sun is out and it just makes you want to get out and grab it by the bollocks, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea and I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.